This room cost 5 figures, and these just 1,000 or 2. I designed all 4. Watch all the transformations. First one is a budget living room makeover. This one's completely DIY. I built all the furniture and decor myself. Let's take a look. I moved into this rental home back in 2022, and this is what it looked like when it was empty. Today, I'm focusing on transforming the living room space. The floor was in pretty bad shape and the color was outdated and faded. Unfortunately, I don't have video footage of this part, but I installed laminate flooring directly over the original floor. Now let's look at how the previous tenant set up the living room. As you can see, they placed a sectional couch in the corner and put the TV on the opposite side. But with this layout, the main part of the couch faced away from the TV, and the section where you could watch TV was too far from it. To fix this, I decided to build a custom TV stand that also acts as a room divider. I placed it in the middle of the space, added a small-sized DIY couch. Let me quickly show you how I made this DIY TV stand and room divider. For this project, I used 5 IKEA storage boxes as the base. Then, cut a plywood board to size, painted it white, and applied veneer edge banding. Secured the plywood to the bottom and back of the unit with screws. Attached custom furniture legs which I bought on Etsy. Removed the original cabinet doors and replaced them with MDF board that I had pre-cut at a plywood store. Sanded, painted, and drilled holes for cable management. Added veneer edge banding around the holes for a polished finish. Installed invisible hinges and door handles. Glued and secured wood slats with nails, then painted everything, which took hours. Finally, I placed the TV, speakers, and amp and used adhesive hooks behind the TV to organize the cables. And here's the final result. The next thing I want to show you is how I made this small-sized convertible sofa bed using just one king-sized bed mattress. I peeled off the cover from the mattress, cut and peeled off the inner cover, and cut the mattress with the craft knife. Then I measured the fabric and sewed it into box shapes. I wrapped the mattress with the fabric and turned it over and placed the plywood on it. Then I stapled the fabric and screwed the furniture legs to the plywood. For the backrest, I put a piece of mattress into a box-shaped fabric and sewed the open part by hand. For the pillows, I put folded quilt batting inside of rectangle-shaped fabric. Stuffed fiber fell between the quilt batting and then sewed the open part by hand. Then I placed the seats together and backrest against the wall. You can use it as a sectional couch. You can turn it into 2 lounge chairs. You can turn it into a kid's bed that's great for sleepovers, and you can use it as your own bed as well. To place it on the sofa bed, I made this pillow using the white boucle fabric I already had. The process is exactly the same as when I made the pillows for the sofa bed. I also had a small pillow from Target that I had been using for a while, but it was getting old. So I bought a cute new pillow cover on Amazon. Since the size didn't match, I altered it to fit. Then I fell in love with the gorgeous pillow cover from CB2, but they only had it in a larger size. First, I hesitated to alter it, as it could throw off the design balance, but I decided to go for it. I ended up stuffing it with the old pillow that I already had, and it worked out perfectly. For the wall above the couch, I wanted to decorate with 2 large square art pieces. Since the other walls in the living room have windows, this was the only spot for artwork. First, I cut the craft board into different shapes, then glued them on the canvas. Then I applied spackle on it. I used the jagged cake scraper to create the lines. For this texture, I used the side of the cake scraper. I used the piping bag to create the thin lines. For this, I used the medium-sized scraper, the piping bag again for the long straight lines. I used the fork to create small dotted lines. I also used the spoon. I know I used a lot of kitchen stuff, and the speckle looks like whipped cream and I seriously wanted to eat it. This is my favorite, finger waves. I painted it with simple colors, beige and black. To make the frame, I glued the pieces of wood together, stained it with walnut color, stapled from the back, and attached the bracket to connect the canvas and frame. Everyone who comes at my place loves this art. Next to the couch, I wanted to add a small accent table. So I decided to make West Elm knockoff. Sorry West Elm, I still love you, and I still shop there. Here's how I made West Elm side table. I had a plywood store cut red oak into specific sizes for legs. I cut one of them with the angle with the circular saw. You can see the specific dimensions in the longer video I made. I sanded the surfaces and the edges, then glued them together. For the tabletop, I glued 2 pieces of wood and secured it with the staple gun from the back. I used another side table to measure the tabletop and cut it with the router. I always say, use a router for a perfect circle shape. Don't do it with a jigsaw, unless you're a skilled carpenter. I sanded the edges and filled the jagged parts and the connected part with wood filler. I connected the legs and the tabletop with the brackets and filled the gap with wood filler and sanded it. I used Verathane gel stain for staining. I mixed dark walnut and briar smoke. I love how it turned out. Later, I actually painted black with acrylic paint. The gorgeous table lamp on the accent table is something I bought from World Market as a gift to myself for my birthday. This lamp is unfortunately sold out. I made the coffee table as well. DIY coffee table using IKEA salad bowls have become really popular, but I added my own twist to it. I first removed the stain from the salad bowl using stain remover. You can skip this part if you're using shellac primer later. I wiped the remover with the sponge soaked with mineral spirit and sanded it after it got dried. I marked the center of MDF board and cut it into a circle shape with a router. Then I marked the center of the length of the rectangle MDF, a little bit away from the edge. I cut it into a half circle, cut off the edge, and then cut it into a half. I filled the holes and the scratches I made with wood filler and sanded it. My 9-year-old son was a great help. I ironed the veneer edge banding on the edge of the tabletop and the legs. I trimmed the excess part, filled the tiny gaps with wood filler, then sanded it. I glued one salad bowl to the tabletop with construction adhesive, secured them with screws, then glued another salad bowl. I made holes on the side of the leg, hammered wood dowels in them, painted the tips of the dowels to mark the places of the holes on the tabletop, applied construction adhesive, then connected the leg to the tabletop. I filled the gap of the connection part of the salad bowls with wood filler and of course sanded it. I was gonna make faux wood paint, so I painted the table with primer first. Then I painted with special color I mixed. I taped masking tape on the edge and applied decorative glaze with paintbrush on the surface of the tabletop. I used a cleaning brush and fluffy brush to remove excess paint. Then I used wood paint tool to make stripe patterns. Then I used a big paintbrush with tapping motions to create realistic wood patterns. I repeated the same procedure, and this time I created wood grain patterns with a wood paint tool, making wavy motions. For the broken lines, I used the tip of the gripping section of the paintbrush and drew lines. After it got dried, I applied the thin layer of decorative glaze. I absolutely love the result. People who came to my place didn't believe it was faux wood paint. Now let me show you what I placed on the coffee table. It's always nice to have books on the coffee table, and these are my favorite books. This one is Tadao Ando's. He's a Japanese architect. This is a gorgeous hardcover book, and the cover design is magnificent. And you can see his breathtaking architecture in this book. The other one is Ligia Papis. She's a Brazilian contemporary artist. It's not a hardcover, but the monochrome cover design is so chic. You can see her famous works in this book, and I was definitely inspired by her when I made my original art. This book is called Alexander McQueen, Inside the Creative Mind of the Legendary Fashion Designer. The cover design is absolutely gorgeous, and in this book, you can see his breathtaking designs he created when he was alive and the photos of his legendary runway shows. Next book is called Skin Plus Bones, Parallel Practice in Fashion and Architecture. I love this dotted cutout cover design. It's so amazing they combined fashion and contemporary architecture in this book. You can see magnificent works of iconic fashion designers and architects. In addition, I created decorative items on top of the books. Let me show you how I made these candles. I got these different sizes of sake glasses at Japanese store Daiso and candle dishes at Dollar Tree. I simply glue them together. After that, I painted them with primer and then painted them in black, white, and taupe. Then I put candles in a disposal pan, put it in a cooking pan, and heated it to melt the candles. I took out the candle wicks from the melted candle, hanged it from the top of the candle dish using the bamboo skewers, then poured the melted candle in the dish. Then let it cool down. That's it. It's a simple and easy DIY project, but they're so lovely and I truly enjoyed making it. Now let me show you how I made the decorative object. It's also a West Elm knockoff. I used polymer clay for this project. Air dry clay would be easier as you don't have to bake, but I chose polymer clay as it won't shrink when it's dried. Polymer clay is very hard when you take it out from the package. It gets softer when it's warmer, so I already gave a nice long massage to it. Then I made a long cylinder shape. To smooth the surface, I applied Vaseline on it and just rubbed it with fingers. I sprinkled ground coffee on it to make faux stone finish. I selected larger grounds as smaller grounds would make a mess. I sprinkled it little by little. I also used different clay tools I found on Amazon. They were very useful to make a cleaner surface. Then I made a shape. And connected the ends of the cylinder. I made the connected part in the bottom, so the messy part will be kind of hidden. The key is to really smooth it out before baking. I wanted to make the top part float, so I put long cooking chopsticks underneath and placed small dishes to support the chopsticks. I baked it for about an hour in the oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Then sprayed matte clear coat. The West Elm one was $80, but I made this one for about $10. I really love how it came out, and it looks really cute with the handmade candles I made. The ceiling felt a bit empty, so I decided to add something to give it more character. So I decided to remake the outdoor lanterns I already had. This is how I flipped the outdated lanterns. I first painted it with primer, then acrylic paint. I mixed unbleached titanium and a tiny bit of black. After I let them dry, I started weaving the flat reed. Before staining the reed, I applied wood conditioner. I mixed different colors of oil stain, which are dark walnut and aged wheat. I also mixed mineral spirits to make the colors lighter. After I let it dry, I attached the fairy lights. I glued the battery case and the lantern top together with hot glue. I made the cover to hide the battery case with a plastic sheet and a matte black contact paper. And it was just the right size. Then I attached the black chains to the lantern handle and I hanged them from the ceiling. I am so happy about the result. The woven reed looks so good and the stain color was perfect. I would mostly use the stable lights, but I can also choose twinkle ones. Then I hung the curtains. I chose a linen blend because it's affordable, easy to handle, and still looks gorgeous. I also love this curtain pole. It's very stable, stylish, and affordable. You can find both on Amazon. The links are in the description. I also wanted to hang blinds on the window to add a pop of color and block the view of the neighbor's house. But since I didn't want to spend too much on window treatments in rental, I decided to make a simple screen using burlap fabric. I sewed both sides of the fabric, created loops at the top and bottom. I inserted the extension pole through the loops and attached it to the window frame. It's a super easy screen to make. I felt the space between these windows looked a bit empty, so I decided to create another DIY textured art piece. I first cut the MDF board into a square and marked the center, and cut it into a circle with a router. Then I cut the circle in half. You could just use a sheet of nice wood, but since I had a lot of leftover MDF, I decided to use it and apply ash veneer to it. I applied wood glue on the back side of the veneer using a paint roller. Then I applied it with an iron after it got dried. I put a paper bag over the veneer to prevent it from burning. Then I ironed ash veneer edge banding on the side. I filled tiny gaps between the veneer and MDF with stainable wood filler. I sanded it after the filler got dried. Then I stained it with oil stain. To make the texture part, I mixed water and white glue and soaked a piece of thick fabric in it. I placed the fabric on the other half of the circle MDF board and made wavy shapes. It takes time for the fabric to harden, so you can redo it if you don't like what you made. After it got dried, I trimmed the excess fabric and stapled it in the back. I screwed the bracket on the back side to connect two half circles. Then I put masking tape on the wooden part for protection. I mixed water, plaster of Paris, white glue, and white paint to make texture paste. Then I applied the paste to the fabric with a paintbrush. Here's the result. This is seriously my most favorite art that I've ever made. I am happy I used the real wood veneer and the texture is exactly what I described in my head. It looks just so perfect. I originally painted this wall dark gray when I moved in, but later I decided to repaint it white. I found this cute string curtain on Amazon and installed it in my arched hallway using an extension pole. Now finally, let me show you the space with everything I've created all coming together. Now let me show you how I transformed the other side of the TV stand. I made this simple DIY PC desk for my 9-year-old son. Even though he has his own room, he still loves hanging out in the living room while I'm doing chores. It was super easy. I just grabbed these drawers from Amazon, screwed a plywood board on them, and then covered it with my favorite contact paper from also Amazon. The texture make it look surprisingly real. Next, I installed this door handle I got from, of course, Amazon. At first, I placed it by the window, but my friend Lindsay, who's a professional interior designer, suggested putting it behind the TV stand instead. Turns out, it was the perfect fit. Since that left the space by the window empty, I decided to add a set of lounge chairs I also found on Amazon. I really love these chairs. They're sturdy and super comfy, but they did come with a few issues. They arrived a bit dirty and they forgot to include the screws for one entire chair. Amazon has some really great home decor at affordable prices, but sometimes there are small issues like this, probably because they ship directly from the factory. Just something to keep it in mind. Before getting the chairs, I made a DIY accent table, once again using IKEA salad bowls. Here's how. First, I cut 3 small circles out of plywood using a router. These will fit perfectly with the salad bowls. Then I made a larger circle to use as a tabletop. Next, I glued a small plywood circle to a salad bowl and stacked 3 of them together, facing down, gluing each one securely. Then I added one last ball on top facing up. For the tabletop, I ironed on veneer edge banding to the side, trimmed the excess, and filled the small gap with wood filler. This step really made it look seamless and professional. Once everything was assembled, I painted on primer. Then I mixed a special custom color for the table and painted it on. Then I added decorative glaze to create the faux wood finish. And now no one believes it's not real wood. Next to the chairs and table, I placed the floor lamp I remade. I had this outdated black floor lamp and decided to give it a fresh, trendy look using an oversized textured salad bowl I found on Amazon. First, I masked the areas I don't want to spray paint using masking tape. For the legs, I taped the sections I wanted to protect and covered the rest with a magazine. Then I removed the lampshade from the wire and cut out the ring part using an oscillator tool. I glued the inner wire to the bowl using construction adhesive and smoothed it out with a wipe for a clean finish. Next, I spray painted the bowl and the legs with my favorite gold paint. After peeling off all the tape and magazine, voila! My outdated lamp is now a trendy, modern masterpiece. Since this area is right by the front door, I wanted to add a shoe rack next to the chairs. I found this white shoe rack on Amazon, applied the same contact paper, and installed a custom gold door handle I ordered from Etsy. On top of the shoe rack, I styled it with these beautiful vases, another great Amazon find. Now, let me show you my DIY clock. It's made from some unexpected materials. Can you guess? A flower hoop, house numbers, and the lid of a body lotion. I spray painted the hoop and lid, then installed the DIY clock kit I got on Amazon inside the lid. Finally, I hung everything on the wall using thin nails. Super easy, but so unique. I also gave a makeover to a plant vase I had and placed it on the shoe rack. I flattened polymer clay and used a plastic bottle lid to cut out 3 small circles. After trimming the edges slightly, I baked them in the oven. Once cooled, I glued the circles to the side of the vase with construction adhesive. After everything dried, I wrapped the plant part to cover it and spray painted the vase. It's such an easy and fun remake project. And now let me show you the finished space with everything put together. was a lot of DIY. It actually took me almost a year to finish everything, and just when I was about to complete it, I got kicked out of this rental house. If you want the full story, there's a detailed video linked in the description. By the way, this video is sponsored by me. I do on-site interior design in the Los Angeles area and online design for anyone farther away. Here's how it works. We'll start with a one-on-one Zoom consultation where I learn about your space, your goals, and your personal style. I'll guide you through everything from flooring and paint colors to furniture and decor, using options from trusted online stores serving your area. You'll receive a detailed room layout, customized mood boards, and a shopping list with clickable links, all organized in a private webpage so you can shop easily and confidently. You'll also receive stunning 3D photorealistic renderings like these, so you can visualize the entire space before buying anything. And I offer unlimited email support for the full duration of your project, so you'll never feel stuck along the way. I'm offering a free consultation just for my YouTube viewers. If you're interested, shoot me an email at the address in the description and let me know you're from YouTube. Next one is a luxury living room makeover. I did for my own space. I designed my dream room with no budget limit using 3D renderings. This is how the living room looks. I haven't really done anything to this room since I moved here. As you can see, it's not huge, but it's a decent size. It has a nice view of a small patio. Let me talk about the color palette I made for this room. I'd like to go for something really chill and super chic like this. I'll use off-white for the ceiling and walls, walnut wood for the cabinet and furniture, white oak chevron for the floor, and black accents for the decor. I also want to mix different kinds of marble. Elegant Taj Mahal, sleek black marble, and dramatic Calcutta viola. The biggest problem is this weird and outdated fireplace. The fireplace has a mantelpiece, which I don't mind, but the orange bricks are not my favorite at all, and strangely, half of the bricks were painted white. There are shelves only on the left side. The fireplace has a raised hearth, which is basically a raised platform under the firebox. It extends out on the left side, but it cuts off on the right. I'd like to completely demolish it and upgrade to something stylish and practical. If they could run a gas line, I'd replace the wood-burning fireplace with a gas fireplace. I would remove the hearth, remove the mantelpiece, and also remove this outdated cabinet door. I'd bring the fireplace down to floor level, send these sad red bricks off to the shadow realm. Instead, I'd install this stunning fireplace with fluted Calcutta viola marble. And not just on the left side, I would also build cabinets on the right side with beautiful walnut cabinet doors. Above the cabinets, I'd add a stunning arched wall niche, finished with Taj Mahal marble inside. Then I'd install walnut shelves in the same tone as the cabinets and style them with beautiful decor items, which I'll show you later. As for the TV, I'd mount it above the gorgeous fireplace. I'd frame it with a matte gold frame and display modern art on the screen. Now let me talk about the floor. Since I'm using the dark walnut for the cabinets, I wanted to go a little lighter for the flooring so it wouldn't feel too matchy-matchy. I chose a herringbone patterned engineered hardwood in a white oak tone. Let me talk about the paint for the room. Lime wash became very popular recently, but now Roman clay is starting to take the spotlight. And the color I picked is Elizabeth I from Portola Paints. This elegant off-white with a subtle texture is exactly what I was looking for. The link is in the description. Now let me talk about the French doors. I have lovely white French doors in this room. But if it's structurally possible, I would definitely expand them to enjoy the nice view of the backyard. I'd also change the frame color to black like this. I would choose elegant sheer linen curtains and hang them with a sleek black curtain rod. Here's the fun part, choosing furniture and decor items. First, for the TV wallpaper, I chose this stunning art by Tabitha Millett. She's a minimalist artist based in the UK. To decorate the shelves inside the wall niche, I picked out many amazing items. First, I picked these vases from Crate & Barrel. The shapes are simple, but the detailed edged lines inside make a difference. Next, I chose this unique candle holder from CB2. The sculptural shape and chic black color make it a perfect accent piece for the shelf. This elegant decorative bowl is also from CB2. It's made of sand-cast metal with a handmade touch. Gorgeous but not too loud, which I love. And I picked out these beautiful picture frames from CB2. They're made of travertine, and unlike cheap frames, they truly stand out. These stunning candle holders from CB2 are beautifully hand-carved. Each one has its own unique veining. No matter which one you get, it'll look stunning with the Calcutta Viola fireplace. You already know I'm CB2 obsessed, but of course, I mix in pieces from other places too. This effortlessly stylish decor item is from West Elm. It's the perfect style to style on top of books. It adds just the right touch without overpowering the look. For the right side of the niche, I picked a simple art frame from CB2. The clean black flame and monochrome artwork make it a standout accent that works beautifully with any color palette. Next to the frame, I picked these unique vases from Anthropology. Did you know Anthropology sells stylish home goods too? Not just beautiful clothing. Some of their pieces are a bit too girly for my taste, but they also have trendy and chic finds like these. I also picked another vase from CB2. The artistic paint strokes and the dented design are absolutely stunning. These marble bookends are from West Elm. I love the bold gray and white stripe pattern and the sleek triangle shape. I picked this special bowl from CB2. The modern shape and abstract pattern make it truly one of a kind. I also picked this vase from CB2. The hand-painted pattern is so chic and stylish. For the door handles for the cabinet, I chose this black handles from again CB2. I like that it's simple but has a subtle decorative detail. The 3-piece motion sofa from our house. It's electric, so the footrest comes out and it reclines at the push of a button. It's practical, not too bulky, and super stylish. You can even choose from different fabrics, which is a big plus. For my living room, I chose this chic chocolate color. On this side of the wall where a couch is placed, I chose these 2 artworks, also created by Tabitha Mallet. The dynamic shapes and bold brush strokes in black and beige definitely make them statement pieces. For the sleek couch, I picked these pillows from CB2. They go perfectly with the chocolate-colored couch and the monotone wall art I chose. Next to the couch in the corner of the room, I added this floor lamp from Crate & Barrel. The shape is very unique, but the combination of elegant gold and soft gray makes it a subtle accent that doesn't overpower the space. On the other side of the couch, I placed this flower vase from West Elm and a faux plant from Crate & Barrel. I love that it's simple, but the handcrafted texture of the vase gives it so much character. For the center of the room, I chose this walnut coffee table from Wayfair. The shape is sleek and modern, and the solid wood top and base are beautifully made. Of course, you want a nice rug in the living room. I chose a simple white cozy rug from West Elm. Since I've selected a lot of unique pieces in beige, brown, and black, this pure white adds a perfect subtle pop of color. On the coffee table, I placed these candle holders from CB2. The hand-shaped curves carved from yellow stone are so graceful. I also picked up this onyx stone bowl from CB2. Each one has its own tone, veining, and raw edges. It's beautifully unique. To complete the center of the room, I chose this magnificent chandelier from Crate & Barrel. This chandelier was inspired by mid-century style. The fluted glass gives off a soft glow, and the slim brass frame keeps it looking warm and modern, perfect as a statement piece. Now that I've shared all the individual pieces, let me show you how they come all together in mood boards. Isn't it gorgeous? You can really feel the vibe of the space. Warm, chic, and balanced. This is exactly the kind of design I love creating. And now let me show you the exciting part, the 3D photorealistic renderings. think? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. By the way, I've uploaded a longer video for each makeover with a more detailed breakdown, so be sure to check the description for that. Next one is a DIY living room makeover I did from my own house. Let's take a look. Let me first show you how the previous tenant had decorated it. As you can see, they hung mugs on the wall and had a coffee machine along with some alcohol displayed. While this might seem convenient, I always say this: every single item in your home becomes part of the decor. I often see people clutter their sideboards or desks with random things. Pictures with frames from a dollar store or not so stylish souvenirs from trips. That's why you need to choose your pieces very carefully. If something doesn't look good, simply hide it. Good storage solutions are essential. And if you're displaying mugs and bottles, make sure to choose ones with only good designs that complement the space. Alright, now let me show you the first DIY project in this video, my dining table makeover. Since this is a small dining area, I wanted a round table because it takes up less space than a rectangular one. So I decided to give a makeover to a round table I already had. I got this table for just $60 on Craigslist when I first moved to the US 10 years ago. Here's how I remade it. First, I removed the leg from the tabletop of the dining table. I cut a cardboard tube and lumber to the same length. Using construction adhesive, I glued 3 tubes together. Then, using a wood dowel and construction adhesive, I connected to the lumber to the tabletop. To decide where to connect with the dowel, I painted the tip of the dowel and stamped it on the tabletop like a stamp. Afterward, I attached the tube to the tabletop with construction adhesive. I used lumber inside the tube because cardboard alone was too weak to serve as a table leg. Next, I applied spackle around the tube. It took a few days to dry. The next day, it was still soft, so I waited until it became firm enough. Then I sanded it down. Afterward, I painted and finished it. The ordinary design transformed into a designer's table. For details, check out the long video. To go with this dining table, I got these mid-century inspired chairs on Amazon. You can find the link in the description below. There's a wall between the entrance and the living room, and this wall has an arched cutout, which I absolutely love. The space from the cutout wall is the first thing you see when you walk into the house. So I wanted to make the wall in the dining room look special. So I decided to paint it. I first brainstormed the design on paper. Then, using the torpedo level, I created the pattern with masking tape. After that, I painted it with a paintbrush. I wanted to keep a distressed look, but it was a bit difficult to create the perfect distressed touch every time I stroked the paintbrush. So after the first coat dried, I used the white paint I had for the base color and added the distressed touch with the thin paintbrush. When the line became too thin, I made it thicker with also a thin paintbrush. After it dried, I peeled off the masking tape. It turned out much better than I expected. One of the viewers commented that it looks better than the wallpapers, and I really appreciate that. I placed the shelf that I've had for a while in front of the accent wall. I wanted some wall art above the shelf that would go well with the accent wall, but I couldn't find anything I really liked. Good ones were pretty expensive, so I decided to make one myself. Here's how I made DIY fabric wall art. First, I brainstormed the design and drew it on the paper. Then I got monotone fabrics with different textures, cut them into small pieces, and made the miniature version to see how it looked. Then I drew the lines on the craft board. I used everyday items to draw curved lines. I cut the fabrics into pieces and ironed them. I used all-purpose spray adhesive to glue them on the craft board. For the frayed edges, I used the fabric glue. But don't use fabric glue for a large part as it could create a bumpy surface. I pulled out the threads from the woven fabric and glued them on the edges. I used the suede ribbon to create this stripe pattern. Then I framed it and hung it on the wall. This has been so popular among the guests who came to my place, and now I have a potential buyer. Then I decided to decorate the shelf with decor items I got entirely from Amazon. Let me show you all the products. I'll also leave the links in the description. I literally fell in love with this unique table lamp at first sight. The curved, sleek design totally vibes with the trend right now. Just a heads up though. The size is pretty big, so make sure to check the dimensions before you purchase. I love these artistic candle holders. You've probably seen them on social media because they were everywhere last year. What I love about them is that they look handmade, but they also have this polished, refined look. Now, this display bowl made from travertine stone is absolutely gorgeous. There are lots of display bowls out there, but the material and the shape of the legs really make this one stand out. These black and white vases are a perfect match, and it comes as a set of 2. Sadly, they're sold out right now. I'll drop the link to a similar design in the description for you guys. Now, this plant pot, I saw it and I just had to place an order right away. But when it arrived, I realized it was actually so much smaller than I thought. But actually, it turned out to be the perfect size to place on a stack of books. I also picked up this U-shaped vase. The design is super unique, but unfortunately, the black version is sold out. They still have the red one in stock, and I'll pop the link in the description too. If you're really into the black, it would be easy to paint it yourself. I also chose these books as part of the decor. This is the Furniture Handbook, and it's an incredibly useful guide to choosing, placing, and taking care of furniture so your home feels beautiful and really works for your lifestyle. This book, Architectural Digest at 100, is a celebration of the magazine's 100 years. It's full of the most iconic and stunning photos and stories ever published in Architectural Digest. So, West Coast North is all about the amazing interior designs in Canada's Pacific Northwest, especially in British Columbia. It's getting a bit outdated since it was published 3 years ago, but it's still packed with beautiful interiors that you can totally enjoy today. This is one of those style books that's meant to be used as decor, with nothing inside. I'm not usually a fan of these kinds of books, but I like that this one has a beautiful cover design, and instead of just being an empty box, the inside is actually filled with blank pages, making it usable as a notebook too. I also did fun little DIY projects to match these products. I made this object out of tiny dishes I found at the Japanese store Daiso. I simply stacked them, glued them together, and applied spackle for a seamless look. If you've seen my dining room makeover video, you might remember I made a West Elm knockoff decorative object. And guess what? I made another one and painted it black this time. I used to have these rectangular mirrors on this wall in the dining room. I actually used to be a dancer and I needed those mirrors for my dance practice. However, they didn't quite match the current trend. So I decided to switch them out for these irregular shaped mirrors I found on Amazon. As far as I know, this was the most reasonably priced option, and I like it because the design is unique and stylish, but not too much. The link is in the description. Before putting up the mirrors, I traced their shapes on paper, cut them out, and taped them to the wall to test the placement. This way, I wouldn't end up making unnecessary holes if I didn't like the positions. Now let's talk about what I did to the lighting. There was a recessed light right above my dining table, but instead I wanted to hang a nice modern chandelier there. Did you know you can actually turn a recessed light into a pendant or chandelier? There's a kit for it and you can find it on Amazon. I wish there had been a sleeker design, but this was the only option I could find at the time. I apologize I don't have video footage of the installation, but please follow the instructions provided with the product. The link is in the description. I got this modern chandelier from Amazon, but just using regular bulbs felt a bit underwhelming. So I picked up some large bulbs from IKEA, and just swapping them out made the whole look so much more glamorous. I used to have a plant in the corner of my dining room, but I wasn't really loving it. So instead, I put this gorgeous pedestal I immediately fell in love with from West Elm. And on top of it, I added this super cute mushroom lamp I found on Amazon. Another love at first sight. I leave the links of everything: chandelier, IKEA bulbs, West Elm pedestal, and Amazon mushroom lamp. Let me show you the stunning transformation of my dining room. you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And finally, the last one. Next up is a bedroom makeover I did for my client. She's a musician and YouTuber. I created 3D renderings and handled the entire design process online. Let me show you how that came together. This is the before of my client's bedroom in an apartment here in Los Angeles. She's a creative musician. She makes music and does YouTube lives right from this space. So it's not just a bedroom, it's also her workspace. She told me she wants a nice background for her videos. Now let me talk about the layout. To be honest, I actually don't hate the current layout. Right now, the bed is kind of centered, but not perfectly. There's a big lounge chair next to it, a small dresser on the other side, a desk placed against the opposite wall, a laundry basket next to it, and a tall dresser in between the closet door and the bathroom door. In general, placing the bed in the center always looks more polished if you have enough room. And in this case, the bedroom is a decent size. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll remove the oversized couch and small dresser, center the bed properly, hang a statement wall art above it, add nightstands on both sides. I'll also place beautiful table lamps on the nightstands to bring in soft ambient lighting. Instead of the oversized chair, I'm bringing in a pair of smaller lounge chairs by the window with a small side table, creating a cozy, relaxing space for her and her partner. To brighten up the corner of the room, I'm adding a floor lamp. And to create a chill, calming vibe, I'm placing an indoor plant on the opposite side. The new desk and chair will be placed where the old ones are now. I'll move the laundry basket into the closet or find an underbed storage. And I'm adding wall lights to give her flattering lighting for her YouTube lives. I'm also bringing in the shoulder height dresser and placing a beautiful piece of wall art above it. She has only one window. It's fairly wide, but the height is quite short. My client said the reason she doesn't open her bedroom window is because it's right next to the apartment hallway. And she doesn't want other tenants looking in. She hangs thick curtains, which she hardly opens either. And behind them, there's a vertical blind that was originally installed. So I suggested she install top-down, bottom-up blinds. With this type of blind, she can enjoy the beautiful California blue sky while still having privacy. Unless one of the tenants is 9 feet tall. If you're in a similar situation and want to save money, you can totally DIY a privacy screen. It doesn't open and close like a blind, you just hang it up, but you can still open the window behind it and maintain privacy. All you need is a tension rod and a piece of fabric. I made my own using burlap, and I show a quick demo of how I did it in my living room makeover video. The link is in the description, and I added the curtains together with the blind. I recommend going with long curtains even when the window is small. Short curtains often look cheap and not very stylish. For her, I chose these linen blended blackout curtains on Amazon. If you've ever ordered blackout curtains from Amazon, you might have received ones that look cheap and shiny. So I was really happy when I found this linen blend option. It has a beautiful natural linen look on the front and blackout fabric sewn into the back. I also picked out this curtain rod, rings, and bracket. It's the same one I use at home. The rod is very sturdy, and the bracket has a clean, stylish design. I don't recommend those cheap rods you can find at places like IKEA because the extension part doesn't lock properly. Worst case, the whole curtain could fall off when you open or close it. Definitely not worth the risk. The links for the curtains, rings, and rods are in the description. Now let's talk about the color palettes. So for the past few years, we've seen a lot of soft mute tones and light wood finishes trending in interior design. I've really loved the look, and I've used it a lot in my own designs too. But now that it's 2025, things are shifting a little. We're starting to see a rise in warmer, richer tones and darker woods, and people are starting to play with more color instead of just sticking to monochrome. And I'm so excited to try that out in my own designs. Here's the color palette I chose for her room. Warm orange, moss green, warm white, green marble, and for the wood elements, and mostly walnut. To avoid a too matchy-matchy look, I picked white oak for the flooring. For the wall and ceiling, I chose this paint color, Benjamin Moore's Swiss Coffee. It's one of their best-selling colors. It's clean white and has an elegant warmth to it. I think it works really well with warm-toned wood. My client originally had this navy carpet and it definitely needed an update. So I went with this waterproof laminate plank instead. Here's the fun part. Let's talk about styling and decor. Let me show you all the furniture and items I chose. The links to everything are in the description. I started off by choosing the bed. This bedroom is a pretty good size, but she also needs a workspace. I was originally adding nightstands, but I didn't want to add too much furniture and make it feel crowded. Instead of doing a separate bed and nightstands, I picked this beautiful bed that comes with a built-in headboard and storage drawers. It's from Article. The design is really clean and modern, with a subtle chevron pattern. It's made of solid wood and veneered wood. The two drawers are great for keeping little things tucked away. And there's even a hole in the headboard for cables, so you can plug in your phone or keep a clock without messy cords everywhere. I chose the queen size, but they offer other sizes too. I didn't choose bed sheets for her this time. I just recommended something in natural white. Personally, I would never go with luxury sheets like linen because they wrinkle very easily. Unless you have someone who can iron and make your bed for you every single day, I recommend choosing wrinkle-free bed sheets. For decorative pillows, I wanted to choose something simple but not too boring. So I chose the burnt green organic cotton velvet throw pillows from Crate & Barrel. For the blanket, I also picked one from Crate & Barrel, the sand beige organic cotton throw blanket. I chose two of these beautiful table lamps from CB2 to place on the bedside drawers. The combination of elegant marble and the linen shade looks stunning, and the neutral color stands out against the dark walnut headboard. I wanted to decorate the empty space above the bed with a beautiful art piece. And I found this magnificent wall art from CB2. This piece features bold brush strokes that are absolutely stunning, yet its neutral tones keep it from feeling overpowering, making it the perfect statement piece for a calm, serene bedroom. Since this bedroom originally had only 2 wall lamps, I wanted to add more lighting that could also serve as a great accent in the room. Amazon carries many unique lights at reasonable prices. This time, I chose this unique floor lamp by a brand called TOV Furniture. They offer really cute and trendy pieces, so be sure to check out their page. My client told me she wanted moody lighting with different colors for when she films her YouTube videos. So I recommended using color-changing bulbs. You can have normal warm light and also switch to different colors. I recently heard red or orange light can be good for deep sleep and can help you fall back asleep if you wake up in the middle of the night. I always thought calm blue light is good for better sleep, so I was surprised by the study. But with these bulbs, you can easily test different colors and see what works best for you. I wanted to decorate the other side of the bed with a plant to add a natural feel. You can absolutely have real plants in your room, but I personally prefer artificial ones since they never change size or wither. Be careful when buying budget-friendly artificial plants. Some of them look completely fake. I chose this beautiful faux fiddle leaf fig tree from Crate & Barrel and a modern, chic vase from West Elm. They give a peaceful, natural vibe while still offering a stylish look together. For the lounge chairs by the window, I chose 2 of these from West Elm. This lovely chair comes in many fabric options, and I picked Cinnamon Deluxe Velvet. The warm brown and velvet is totally a 2025 trend, and the size is perfect for a medium-sized bedroom. To pair with the lounge chairs, I chose this gorgeous marble table from CB2. CB2 never disappoints, offering an amazing selection of marble pieces. The combination of brown velvet and green marble is simply stunning together. To replace the original but not so stylish wall lamps in this room, I chose these lovely wall lights from Amazon. Amazon is definitely a great place to save money on this type of lighting. Now let's talk about the workspace. For the desk, I chose this stunning piece from Crate & Barrel. Round design furniture is still going strong, and this chic walnut color was exactly what I wanted. It has good-sized drawers, and she can store her music gear behind the legs. To pair with the desk, I chose this office chair from Rove Concepts. Out of all the desk chairs on the market right now, this one is my absolute favorite. Its modern metal legs and wheels are sleek, and the black plush velvet is definitely chic. Above the desk, I chose this pinboard from Pottery Barn. Stop using a boring corkboard and go for something like this instead. The combination of a brass frame and linen fabric is so elegant, turning your daily notes and pinups into artwork. My client needs lighting around the desk as well, not just for work, but also for filming YouTube videos. If you have ever done a Zoom call or filmed a video on your own, you have probably noticed how important good lighting is. Without it, you can look tired or the overall atmosphere can feel off on screen. Instead of using a ring light, go for stylish wall lights instead. I chose 2 of these wall lights from Amazon. I have similar ones at home by my computer desk, and they absolutely make my face look nice and bright. I also picked these lovely marble bookends on Amazon to add a touch of charm to the desk. Calicana Viola marble was a big hit last year, and it's still going strong. Moving on to this corner of the room, I chose this classy dresser from Crate & Barrel. It's made with solid walnut, engineered wood, and walnut and hardwood veneers. It's the perfect size to fit between the bathroom door and the closet door. The top design is just right for displaying beautiful decor pieces. For one of the decor pieces on the dresser, I chose these fake books from Amazon. I personally love having real books that not only look good but are also great to read. But these fake books are perfect for saving on the budget. The white, black, and beige color combination is just perfect. It's always nice to place something small on top of the books. I chose this unique black candle holder on Amazon as well. Another great find from my treasure hunt. I also picked this simple faux plant and unique white vase from Crate & Barrel. They look so elegant together. This is a nice little sized vase. But please be careful when you are buying a vase online, because items on luxury stores are usually designed for people who have big spaces, which means most of them, including vases, tend to be quite large. In contrast, places like Amazon carry cute and affordable vases, but they're usually small. So make sure to check the dimensions before placing an order. To decorate above the dresser, I chose this one-of-a-kind wall art from Crate & Barrel. This unique design is absolutely artistic, but also very elegant with its neutral color. It's made of hand-carved bleached wood. Alright, thanks so much for waiting. Here comes the full makeover reveal of this stunning bedroom. Designing all these spaces, from high-end luxury to full DIY, I realized design isn't about money. It's about creativity, problem solving, and finding beauty in limitations. I believe every space deserves to be beautiful, and if you'd like me to help you create yours, let's make something incredible together.